Hey guys, this is Dardamos with Dardamos Dominions. Welcome back to FeatherFall. So in the last episode, we had our massive battle against Femoria. Femoria is now on the back foot. We are now raiding. He has some raided into some of my territory, but it's not that one of his attacks he lost half his troops. The other one, we may have a solution to this. So we've summoned two what a Wraith Kings or the sorry, my brain's not working tonight. The will is there, but the brain is not. Holy Scourges, by the way, if you were watching last episode, that's the item that wrecked my demon faces. But now that I've remembered that one, I can't remember what kind of kings they are. Mound Kings. Okay, so we got some Mound Kings to go, load up on these demons that I've got spawning everywhere, and they're going to be going to the front, and they're going to go to the front and move some of my, because we need to start sieging down some of these castles, and the castles are going to be the thing that really gets us, because while we're sieging down the castles, he can bring that monolith out and just crush my forces. So if I do kill his monolith, I need to then siege down the castles as fast as I can. So I need to really one turn crack a lot of these. It's kind of one of those things I'm not very good at, is one turn cracking forts, and so I need to get better at that. So let's look and see what happened in Scarce Hope's Waste. So we have jumped onto his. Is that his? Okay, so he's got a Star of Heroes and a Herald Lance. Why is he so interested in this? Oh, because it kills my armor. And so that is kind of scary, because if he busts through the armor, but it's got actually damage, which is kind of interesting, because I mean, if it doesn't initially get through the armor, it doesn't bust the armor. So it'd be kind of cool if this was on hit rather than on damage. Other than that, I don't see what the use of this thing is, because it you have to deal, like, that 37 damage has to go through the armor. Now the nice thing is 37 damage will probably get through, 33 protection. But against some of the higher guys, it might not. I don't know. Maybe it's not too bad, especially on these bigger guys. But he's got this little Fomorian King that is kind of kitted out. I mean, it's got a length 3 weapon, so but the rest of the stuff is kind of, it looks like budget gear. I mean, it's 5, and that's like 5 like slaves. Um, so he's trying to do a repel build, but it's like a budget repel build. Oh my goodness, he's got battle fright. So I don't think he's gonna really do too well against these guys who are not on budget gear. I mean, they have 20 gems right there. Another that's 30, 35, 40, and then yeah, that's 80 gems, but that's kind of cheating. So, like, I mean, it's about 50 gems. And so I've got more gems we've got more gems put into these guys. They're in the middle of winter. It's just that this is not going to go well for him. It's not going to go well at all. We're going to eat that stuff too. That's the other thing, is like, these guys are 64 hit points each. So 64, it's 180 hit points. He's got 70 hit points. He may just retreat once these guys die. I'm kind of curious if he's going to. Do they retreat? Oh, nope, he's going to die first. Okay, yeah, okay, so the forces of Femoria have retreated. I don't know if he died or not, but it's one of those things that when you bring in these high hit point units, and you got to watch out for this, because summons are really bad in that regards. Move this thing over. And they can kind of cause you to rout. And considering that he's now behind enemy lines, and I've kind of crushed his main army, if these guys retreat, there's no retreating. There's no place to go. Okay, so we did kill the guy, so it wasn't like he's gonna retreat to nowhere. And then this is the one that I was more afraid of. And what's funny is my buddy only dropped 1 on him. Bear Claw, so we're gonna be hitting like a truck. The morale also helps, if I remember correct. The morale helps in against repels as well, because he's only a size 5. It's still really good. Lizzie the Lizard Queen. Yes. Okay. Brimstone Boots, again, like 50 damage. Or if we do hit him, I mean, not only that, but he's also got a Flesh Eater, which is another, nasty thing. So that's got a 19 attack. It's very likely to hit. Compared to a 23 defense. And then I'm gonna show you guys something as well. So it's just a standard. It's gonna be a standard like mist form, blah blah blah. Okay, so let's speed this up until he gets here, and then boom. Oh, where'd you go? Get back here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so if you look, his defense is gone down by 3 because he's getting attacked so much, and that's because we have, you know, 2 attacks here, 1 attack here, so it's like 2, 3, 4 attacks. So he's getting 3. He's getting -3. It brings his defense skill down to 20, and 20 is less than our flesh eater can do. So at this point, he's gonna be getting a wound this next turn if he doesn't just outright die. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so if you see like personal regeneration, didn't matter. All that stuff just didn't matter because just the budget gear. Budget gear. And not only that, but they didn't go construction 6, I don't think, where we went construction 6. So we've got these cool swords of swiftnesses, these armor of knights, and that the flesh eater. I think the flesh eater's construction 6. But all that means that, you know, super combatants need that gear. They just absolutely need it. You don't need to get construction 8. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but there are probably some things that you probably want. Like, you probably want like alteration and other things other before construction 8. The research just it's not worth it. But construction 6, it's absolutely necessary. Okay, so the Forest of Adon. Why am I watching this? Oh wait, actually, this one's gonna be a good battle because I don't really know what I'm gonna be going against. Oh man, look at all the monkeys. Oh yes, monkeys versus foul spawn. This is going to be an epic fight of useless versus useless. These guys kind of suck. I mean, they got decent attack skill, but they got 0 protection. They got 2 attacks, but 6 damage. And yeah, they kind of, how do you get like 11 strength? And no, they got -5 damage from the tentacle. I mean, it is armor piercing, but who cares? Okay, so what you're going to see is that there's going to be a lot of dying. Yeah, look at all those numbers right there. Like, they're just getting annihilated by the, oh, and now we're running. Yeah, these archers right here just did some nasty stuff to us. So, sadly, the foul spawn lost to the archers. And that is 10 points of monkey PD. So, I mean, that's some good stuff there. Okay, so he is going on the counter rating against me, and once again, it is the what's his name? The what's this dude? The Moloch versus PD. I could be wrong. You know, maybe we do stand a chance, but probably not. So if you see, he's went. I can't remember what it is, but I think at this point he's gone. Does he have that? Okay, he does not have Soul Vortex yet. So maybe his research may just not be online. I don't know. But I got no solution for this except my buddy might. And where is it? Oh. Oh no, I sent, that's right. I sent last turn I sent all that stuff. So my partner is now getting the booster gears. He is giving me every single gem he possibly can at this point. Okay, okay, so I once again just crushed, taking control of the province, no, without anybody fighting us for it, which is kind of scary because I don't know why that is. But yeah, okay, Witch's Copse is PD, 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 PD. He suicides himself. I think he even apologized for it. He's like, I suicided, and I'm like, I don't care, I got enough. It would have been sad if he would have, you know, defeated that heavy cavalry, but you never know. We got some gold. We gained an item and some money. Militia died. That kind of stinks. Once again, we are not pure. We are not one turn busting anything. And part of the reason for that, guys, is I'm very oh yes, real name is Fish. Just got a promotion. Ooh, defensive skill, nice. Is that I like great train of thought is not there. I can't remember. What was I saying? Okay, so we did all these battles here. And okay, so I can't remember what I was saying. I'll go back and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I had a really good point and I should have done that. Oh, so the big thing about like I can't really keep a solid army and push like this without being worried about him cloud trapezing. And you gotta realize like at this point I look back and I realize that I'm kind of rolling here. But at the same time, if you look, this guy right here, this Melkart, is kind of a little bit scary. And if he comes in and crushes me here, I mean, that's my whole army, and I'm back to square one. I still have my Dione, but even then, like I've got like 5 Dione here, and if he kill or 6 Dione, and if he kills all these guys, I mean I don't got Plan B. I mean I guess I can keep raiding, but it's as devastating to me as when Niflheim lost their army, and it's as devastating to me as when Femoria lost their army. It would be absolutely devastating. I mean, if you look at it right now, oh hey, I'm looking for it. Oh, so City Guard, by the way, are really good for sieging down castles. Um, like look at these Shikomi. This Shikomi has 22 death gems right there. That's like 35 death gems. So you're looking at about 50 death gems worth of troops right there. That's not, I mean, not counting all of the gear from these dudes. If I lose this army, I am rocked. I am going to be demolished. And so, from that standpoint, I need to be really careful about massing. That's not to say I shouldn't mass, but right now on turn, 39, I don't really have armies as much as I have an army. And so I'm kind of loath to do this. Now that's not to say that I shouldn't be pressing and I don't want to be inactive. So there's that. Okay, so other than that, this turn I'm moving out from here. I think I'm gonna try to like reclaim that because it is my cap circle, and I'm not very fond of him controlling my cap circle. That being said, he can keep this one. I don't really care. It does suck that I lost my 2 temples there, but what can you do? And not only that, but him getting the blood slave. All this is doing is taking all of these things, and it takes an extra turn to get to me because he's gonna send them to me every single turn. Okay. Okay. More troops are moving. Oh, okay. I'm patrolling down the unrest in here. I've realized at this point that what I need to be doing is coming to places like this, and these are the places that I should have raided down. Uh, Whereas my forts, I really shouldn't because my forts are where I recruit my commanders. I am building. It's really interesting. I'm actually building troops. It feels really weird doing this playthrough, and I think it's gonna kind of spoil me for future ones. I don't really go through my build because my build is just repeat recruitment. But I mean, sometimes I actually do build some archers for patrol and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I a lot of this movement that you're seeing here, I am moving an army up to siege CERN. He does have his monolith there, so at least we know where it is. And if he really wants to come out and play next turn, I mean, I've got things that are ready to tango with a monolith, and I actually kind of hope that he does. I'm coming back here and I'm continuing to raid. Um, at this point, I'm kind of running out of places to raid with, uh, except for I guess Abyssia here. But yeah, like at this point, I kind of want to stay away from Hinnom though, because remember he's got those holy scourges on those guys. So this area right here is kind of risky. But I know that Femoria they don't have holy scourges for some reason, and they're not. I don't know if they're not trading with them, or he didn't make any Fomorian kings because I don't even. There's nothing here. You look at this, no Fomorian kings. So just I don't know what's going on with this Fomorian kings. I don't know what's going on with like just with his build in general. The things that I've seen, the guys that he's dropped have not been very impressive whatsoever. So yeah. Choo 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 choo. Yeah, and that's kind of thing. Like Hinnom to me is frightening, whereas Femoria is kind of getting brushed aside. So yeah, I'm kind of staying free of here. I am doing some raiding, and I think that I probably should have raided like this province. Probably would have been good to raid. But oh well. And then lost that army. I still have an army here that is supposedly sneaking, but they're just kind of sitting here. I think what I'm doing is I'm getting in preparation for if Tianchi wants to actually go to war, that I can kind of pop out. I think that these guys are supposed to actually go in this turn, but oh well. What can you do? Other than that, that's about the turn. Let me see if we've got anything unique. Flesh Eaters are really good against their anti-thug weapons. They give a chest wound if they attack and are successful. They do enough damage that they normally do get through the armor, so they're kind of good. Um, Sea King's Goblet. I don't exactly know why I'm making a Sea King's Goblet, to be honest. Oh, I think I'm doing it for maybe for Niflheim. Maybe Niflheim asked for it. I can't remember. We're back to making dowsing rods, which is really cool. Here's my send list for Niflheim. Sorry, Niflheim, you get nothing this turn. And you know, a fire booster. But yeah, just this turn was kind of me getting prepped because I by putting stuff onto my own guys. That being said, I do have a whole bunch of equipment. I'm not exactly sure why I didn't give him anything. Um, and so not only that, but all of this stuff is kind of a mess. This must have been one of my buddies taught me how to do this, and I shout out to Random for this because he actually he got all my he showed me how to you shift left click and you can move this stuff around. So obviously like I've got enough here for somebody else. Never did get to use this Tempest so far, which kind of stinks. But I mean, I don't want to auto cast Storm against Memoria. He'll thank me. So like, yeah, there's that. So the research, I'm still doing construction 7, which is absolutely useless. I'm yay raw. I'm actually gonna finish it next turn. My research is finally coming back up. If we look at our statistics and see my score graphs, um, research. Well, I didn't know that Niflheim actually outdoes me on provinces. So he did a. Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't help that he took some of mine, like this downward he took back. But he's beating me out on forts. I'm beating him in income. How does that work? Oh no! I'm the gray. Oh no! I'm beating him in provinces. And I'm beating him in forts. And he's crushing me in income because Yomi. Okay, and our gem income, guys, is just it just keeps rolling. I don't know what happened here. I didn't know we lost some provinces that were that important. But if you look like my research, uh, like his is just exploding. And what happened is you can kind of see how it's starting to. I don't want to say level off, but it's kind of took a. It could have kept on going up and up and up, infinitely, I'm sure. Whereas like this is from here and here, this is I sent all of my research items to him, and now he's rolling, and that's how he got Illwinter research so quickly. Army size, if you look, like we took a hit from that fight, but I'm still pretty much rolling. I don't know what happened. Oh, this is Niflheim lost all their Nifl giants, and that um he still hasn't recovered. That was such a big hit to him. He still hasn't recovered. So yeah, that's it. What am I doing for time? 18 minutes. We're gonna do a long episode this time, guys. I'm gonna go into the next one. Because there really isn't much more to do. This is turn 39. Quit without saving. Continue game. Turn 40. So I went through. I got a whole bunch more of the turns done. So I'm really excited on that front. And this is about the time that like my family came in town. So I was really this was me kind of working my tail off to get these turns done. So yay. We ancient forces long dormant are stirring again. Melon bun. He who walks before the earth snake of doom. Oh, I still love my the earth snake of doom, the monolith. Sacrifice to rouse the Rimtersar. These ancient giants that lie sleeping in the glaciers, the giants that, when last awakened, lay waste to the earth and turn it into a frozen tundra. So we have cast, we have cast Illwinter at this point. Okay, so we have some magic phase attacks. In fact, we've got 2 of them. And Femoria has decided that they're going to finally go into the water and jump on one of my guys. So if you see, he finally has Holy Scourges. He's got 2 guys with Holy Scourges. And my poor schlub here has got budget gear. Now, this doesn't look like budget gear, and technically, I mean, it is pretty expensive. So I shouldn't be, you know, that's a 10, that's 10. But this is crap gear. This is all construction 2 gear. Now, the nice thing about this is that when he does kill me, he's got all of these wonderful, nice open slots so he can, like, you know, steal my stuff. But he's not going to get much of anything. So, oh wow, they actually, that's kind of interesting. He threw forward a bunch of chaff, so I couldn't one-shot his, like, if I got a lucky hit and attacked first, and I should, I mean, I got quickness, so my combat speed is, I mean, it's 7 compared to their, oh wow, they're actually a, how does that work? They're a real amphibian. They are a true amphibian. Oh my. That's amazing. So they're going to get their first attacks in, and if you come over here, let's watch it. Oof. Oh my goodness, I took a hit! Oh, because of my heroic ability. That does kind of stink. This guy is unequal to obesity. He's got a ton of experience, so on and so forth. I mean, like, if you saw, like, I did some pretty serious damage to him. But I don't, yeah, see, it didn't work out for me. So that kind of stinks. We did lose one, and that's kind of what I've been waiting for him to do this whole time. And if he would have been on the ball and done this from the very beginning, I don't know if I would be in the position I'm in right now. I think it'd be a lot closer fight. I don't know what he's been doing with these kings. I think he's been fighting over against Pan with them. I don't think that they took us seriously enough. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I know that I talked to the Hinon player. Maybe I should talk to him and just ask, like, what the heck's going on, because it just, where were these kings? Where were they? I mean, this is the kind of stuff. Okay, so we have a problem because you know how I told you about, like, the whole army, and then, like, him being able to, like, catch that monolith and wrecking my face. Well, here's my army, and you know, here's the monolith, and he's also got, hey, look at this, now he's got a Fomorian king just to make things worse. Odd, his name is Odd, yeah, cast Power of the Spears, so he has just went up 1 in everything. Okay, and we now have Lightning, or Natural Storm. And we have Foul Vapors. Okay, so Foul Vapors is a very, very bad thing, because Foul Vapors is going to wreck every single one of my demons. And I really don't have any counter. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is just freaking frightening. Oh my. Okay, so the nice thing is here comes my Dionis to hopefully save the day. So let's see what okay, so Wrathful Skies is up. Oh my, I love this new patch. 15 armor negating, not armor piercing, but it just completely ignores armor. And then it does lightning everywhere and just destroys everything. And 15 damage. If you, like, see all of these gray guys, these are the guys that have been hit by, oh, I mean, not those guys, like a whole bunch of these guys that have been hit by lightning already. So we are just getting demolished. Okay, so hopefully we'll come down and kill this guy quickly. Okay, the other thing, Foul Vapors, which was brought up by Odd, and then Natural Storm, which was probably put up by this guy as well. Now, I think they had another dude somewhere around here that has already died. Okay, good. So we just killed his little Wrathful Skies piece of crap that I absolutely despise, and I hope he dies in a fire. Now my Dionis... Oh, wait, hold on. My Shikomi has poison resist? Oh, we have... Yeah, I have poison resist. So, okay, so poison resist 5 is not enough to counteract Foul Vapors. Because it's 5, and sometimes the roll, you just get unlucky with your roll. But let's look at the green numbers that are coming up. Not those green numbers. So we are, like, if you see, like, these green numbers all over the place, these are the demons getting crushed slowly by Foul Vapors. And the thing is that we are dealing damage to him. So he's down 50 hit points. But at this point, we've taken so much HP damage. I can kind of foresee a HP route in the future. Now, seppuku for you. No, this guy. Where is he? One of these guys has turned. Oh no, he's not. What is he? He's petrified, paralyzed. Okay, so he's paralyzed. I thought that was his wraith form. I thought that was his wraith form. What it is, guys, is that this guy has astral shield on it. Astral shield, and he's there. He's paralyzing my guys. The thing is that oh man, look at that. His morale is actually he's routed, and I'm dealing some serious damage to this, and he's not gonna live through this. My guys are just they're not built to kill a monolith, but they'll kill a monolith. It's gonna take some time. Man, look at I mean all those Shikomi are dead. Okay, so the upside is okay, so one of the things is that my Shikomi didn't lasted a little bit longer because they had the regen, which worked out really well. But the monolith was doing magma eruption and just demolishing us all. And the you know the nice thing is we rezzed all the way back up to health, full health. So we killed his stupid piece of crap terrible monolith. His pretender's off the field. In addition, his bless is an awake bless, so he lost his awake bless. Not that he has any sacreds left, but Hinam does. And when you put your monolith out here, don't get me wrong, it's a good move. He wiped my army, and if he has 50 priests, he can, you know, immediately next turn get it back. So it's not a problem. I don't think he has 50 priests. I think he should. And I'm learning that it's one of those things I'm learning is that if you have something where you want a combat pretender, you need to have at least 25 priests, just H1 priests, sitting around. So that way you can suicide this guy, come back 2 turns later, suicide him. And if he did that, he would take out an army every 2 turns, you know, every 3 turns because it takes movement to get there. And it's a good use of your pretender, but you got to realize that those other 2 turns you're not going to have your bless. So he wiped me. This is gutting. The Shikomi took horrendous losses. Now the upside is that I didn't lose any Dionis. I lost a Mound King. But all of this stuff up here, okay, no, I take it back. Like the bag of wine. I don't think any of this stuff was mine. Maybe I mean it looks. Oh no, this Fomorian King. So the like the bag of wine that was mine. Other than that, I mean all this stuff is not mine. So I gained a bunch of items. I killed yet another Fomorian King, which is 48 or 480. So it's like 48 troops. So ultimately, I mean, I kind of came out ahead. But most importantly, this is all that Fomoria has left. So Fomoria is officially done, except for the wrapping up point. And I don't know if that was a good idea in his part. It does kind of stink that, you know, we lost all those troops. But at this point, I can raid everything. I mean, I'm free to raid his entire land, and there's nothing he can do. And at this point, Niflheim is on the march because he's got Illwinter, so, you know, Hinam is going to just get rolled by Niflheim. And so he has to decide, does he want to try to attack, you know, build his thugs and his super combatants against Niflheim or me. And at this point, we're going to have to start talking about baiting and switching. Okay, so let's see what happened in Andrasa. Just a bunch of... Okay, so we went in and with some troops, and there was enough PD here to wreck our face. At least it looks like it's enough to wreck our face. Probably enough to wreck our face. Oh, maybe not. Did we actually win? Oh, we won. Look at that, boys. We actually won. Okay, however, then Fomoria came in, and, never mind. Furball Druid, he was probably site searching, set it to retreat, so, yeah, he went away. Okay, the Mel cards came in, and yes, that's right. I have, I had a single Bakemono Archer. Now, if you remember last turn, Garillion was taken over, and what you can do is you can move your force away from the place and just leave a single guy back, and that will keep the siege going. So if you don't want to risk, like if you want to keep a fort under siege, um, but you don't want to risk your army, just leave a guy behind. And if they come out and you know, they got to risk a commander because the only way that you can foray is by using a commander, and so they have to risk a commander in order to try to break that siege. So it's kind of one of those ways that you can kind of cheese a siege. However, he came in with his Moloch, and I absolutely love that I wasted one of his turns, one of his Moloch's turns. Okay, listless lands. That's another raid. He's raiding me. He's counter raiding me. This is actually the cap circle. Again, I raid him. We got a hold of CERN. Ignore that temple raising thing. There's a fort there. They're raiding us. We raid them. We raid them. The Illwinter, what it does is it creates a whole bunch of these skin shifter wolves that are these wolves that'll randomly attack provinces, and Pangea lost a province because they didn't put any PD in it. Again, Veritos had enough PD. And that's it. We got hit by some bad decision. Dione, munch, munch, munch. So Farina's not going to drop anytime soon. So what happened is that I think, Farina. So he hit me before going to Farina, and then at Farina, we just wiped out a whole bunch of PD. That's 15 PD. It's nothing with my Dione. So Farina, we don't have enough troops to really, like, we're killing it. So there's not a lot of troops in there, but I'm going to need an army. I'm going to need another army. So yay, Ra. He did set us back, but, I mean, at this point, I think that I can, like, keep one Dione there and just keep one Dione on top of the fort while my army comes up, and then just keep on pressing on Femoria. Again, CERN, not enough troops. We're patrolling, and once again, there's some site here. I don't ever know if I find this site. I'll be honest, like, the game's over. I don't know if I ever found that site, and I don't, maybe it's a Holy 2 site, or, what's that one, Astral? I don't think it'd be an Astral site. I don't know, but, either way, I think I did figure out what it was, but I can't remember. So, but it does really suck, because it's what it's doing is it's occasionally killing some of my demons here. Oh, that's what I did. Okay, so what I did is I got the Sea King's Goblet, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this guy down here, and we're going to we're going to raid some more using Spittle here, and not only that, but oh, so I talked to TNG and I asked them, hey, do you mind if I go take Bayville? Because I wanna go through here, because if I don't go, then I have to, like, go around, and it's gonna take me 10 turns. So I asked him if I could use this province and give them money and gems and stuff like that. So I think I end up sending them a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe next turn. I can't remember. But he was really cool. Guy's really cool. And I don't think he realized how much I was winning at this point, because I think he would have probably turned if it otherwise. Okay, so Niflheim we made up for last turn, where we sent him nothing by, you know, sending him everything. So we sent him a whole bunch of stuff. He's going to have some geared thugs, because at this point, but yeah, if you watch my introduction, this is, I told you about going Nova. So, when he took Mountains of Mist, and his army was sitting here, he did send some of his troops here. If he would have done this here, I would have been screwed. I would have been so screwed. I mean, my troops were scattered everywhere, except they were, you know, concentrated in Mountains of Mist. So I could have, you know, brought the army down and tried to deal with them. But in the meantime, he has raided the crud out of me. And he could have possibly even raided Yomi, and I'd have been really screwed then. And I mean, as far as I know, he could have put his army on top of Yomi and then teleported his Monolith down. And I don't know what I'm going to do against that, except for maybe march on his cap. And in that time, he's going to take Yomi, and then he can teleport his Monolith out. I think the better move with his Mountains of Mist would have gone Nova. And going Nova is this. I'm sending people everywhere. I want this war over. If everything here succeeds, I will have taken out Femoria. Femoria is dead. I mean, their cap is going to be under siege. They've got some outlying provinces, They've got a fort back here with a whole bunch of guys in it, but Pan's marching on him here. Um, and so Fomoria's done if this is success. And I mean, what's he gonna do? I mean, he's got his Moloch here that he can stop one of these guys, I guess. But if I remember correctly, yeah, the Moloch can hit a single Onishugo with a handful of troops. So he could PD dump in these, and that might be a good idea. But if he PD dumps, I mean, they're already low on funds, so I lose an Onishugo worth, 200 gold, maybe, and then, next turn I come in and kill more than 200 gold worth of PD. I come out ahead. So, low commitment raids. These ones are actually my high commitment raids. This is the guy, if I remember correctly. Oh, no, these guys are the ones with the Holy Scourges. If I'm correct, I think he's going to end up, he'll take these guys back to Abyssia, and then he'll jump out again. I think what he should be doing instead is he should just be making a beeline for my forces. I mean, these guys don't need to airdrop. However, he needs to worry about Niflheim because Niflheim has shown that he's willing to cloud trap he's onto these guys. So it worked out really well. Our disciple like it's a 2-person team, and we worked very well baiting and switching. If Femoria jumped on me, then Niflheim would jump on him. So I'm kind of being the bait here. Now the question is, why didn't he take out these Dione? Because these Dione in the background, if he takes these guys out, I mean, I don't have a replacement for these guys. He takes these guys out, I got replacements coming from Yomi. So I think he probably should have gone after these guys in the back. And there's a whole bunch of what ifs on this one. And I know the Femoria player was crazy busy during this time, and like internet outages or something like that. And he was having a bad time. So like, granted, I had, he has good reason for why he was not on the top of his game, but yeah, I think there's a whole bunch of different things that I've seen that he could have probably done a little bit different. Um, and yeah, so we're hoping to knock him out at this point. Um, and we'll see next turn if there's any mistakes that I was made. But like, if you see, like, I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 provinces. So 8-ish provinces, sieging down 3 castles, putting his fort under siege. Oh, 10. So yeah, like, I mean, just it's 10 provinces in one turn is devastating. I don't care if half of these things are successful. As long as I don't lose too many Diones, he's not getting back those 5. I don't know what he's going to use to get them back. Hinnom has a single pretender, a single disciple, and he's got milk carts that are just they're on the back foot. He's trying to keep these forts from getting Dioned, and I mean, what are you gonna do? Protect these random provinces and try to Jedi move me? He goes out and tries to do that, and Niflheim's gonna jump on him. Oh, by the way, good news. You remember that Dunes of Death that had all those crappy flippin' barbarians? Well, we sent 2 Niflheim giants after him. And we're gonna see. I'm kind of curious how badly or how this went. Now, the difference between last time and this time, there's 2 things that we did differently. First of all, it's winter, so this guy now he's got 32 protection, 24 attack. We don't care anymore. He can go, jump off a bridge or something. I'm kind of surprised he did the liquid body. Liquid body makes sure that even if he does get hit, it's not going to hurt him that badly. Doesn't look like did Boltivar. Yeah, Boltivar is. Oh, I guess he did do liquid body as well. So yay Ra, we actually are crushing him this time. So yay! We finally took that stupid province over. Okay, guys. Other than that, my research, I finally did finish Construction 7, and now that I have Construction 7, all of my troops are dead, so I don't get to use it. Not only that, but I realized I think I need Earth 5 to use it, or something ridiculous like that. I need Earth 5, and nobody has Earth 4 naturally. So, like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I think I've got a guy that has Earth 4 naturally, and I don't remember where he is. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5. Oh, no, that's my pretender. So my pretender could cast this. But yeah, nobody else. So I could put Earth Boots on him if I want to, and then do Weapons of Sharpness. But I just don't see Weapons of Sharpness being worth it. The biggest problem that I have with it, guys, is that I mean, like everything that I would need it against is already dead. Maybe his Pretender would be nice to have Weapons of Sharpness. I think that it makes your attacks armor negating, or sorry, armor piercing. Weapons of Sharpness. Yeah, so I would be dealing AP damage, which would be really cool. And don't get me wrong, it is very nice, but I mean I guess I could do, oh no, I could do it with an Earth gem. That's what I could do. So these guys, Earth strength of the Earth power, sorry, gets them up to 4, and an Earth gem gets them up to 5. But I mean the fatigue on that, I don't know if it'd be worth it. So I guess it probably would be if I know I'm going up against the Monolith, it would very much be worth it. But yeah. So Taro picked up a bunch of stuff. So yay, I think he's actually swapped out with somebody here. Yeah. So my next research, I'm doing Conjuration 5 because I finally want my Daitengus. I'm so excited. I really wanted to use these Daitengu the entire time. I'm keeping enough air gems around just so I have enough for a Daitengu cast. I'm so excited, guys. I really wanted to use these Daitengu the entire game. And they're so powerful. I'm almost down to no gems. Anything special? I'm still getting more Shikomi to try to replace the disaster that was last turn. I'm getting more Shade Mail Halbergans. This is to make sure that I can't get jumped on. Because at this point he is jumping on my guys. And that's the one thing I can do. Like when we were talking about our bait and switch, what I can do is I can attack a province and then go invisible, and he jumps on that guy thinking, ha ha ha, I'll get him, and he doesn't get my Dione, and then Niflheim swoops in and kills him anyways. So we'd come out ahead. If you see, my research is kind of my forging has kind of come to an end at this point. And the reason that we're forging fewer things than before is that I'm just straight up out of gems. We're not getting enough on both sides. I'm not like not getting enough. We are getting enough. We're getting too many. This is a ridiculous amount of gems that we're getting. We're getting, I mean, looking at it right here, 20, 30, 40, 55, 60. Like, we're getting, like, I'm getting 70 some odd gems a turn. And my partner is probably about 50, so we're getting 120 gems, and we're easily crafting 120 gems worth of stuff. Whereas before, we were probably crafting around 180 gems worth of items a turn. And, I mean, we're rolling at this point. I don't know what could stop us at this point. And this is, like we said, like, I only need 2 more thrones. This is 1 throne. If I teleport onto this one, that would be a 2nd throne. We don't know what's here, though, so it's one of the reasons why we're edging over into this direction. We want to see if that's a legitimate throne or not that we could take. And we can end this game once and for all, guys. So that's turn 40. We are seeing victory on the horizon. The only thing that could really spoil it at this point is if we get backstabbed by Pan or Migdalin or Lanka. I don't think anybody has started to really called out saying, hey, they're gonna win a throne victory. And that's kind of one of the things I'm seeing is like the reason we were able to win is because people weren't crying out that, hey, throne victory, or people weren't listening. I don't know, maybe not. But yeah, like this throne here from Pan was a big deal. And what's funny is we're actually playing again with Pan, and they did it to us in this new game. So like I was able to take the stupid throne, and they're like, it's ours now, sucker. And so they took it from us. But like that throne probably shouldn't have been ours. And like now we're taking 2 thrones that are on our border, and we've got that one there. So that's 4 of our thrones right now are just thrones that were kind of borderline, and then we have 2 internal. Or I'm sorry, we got 3 here. So 3 internal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yeah, wait, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need 2 more. Yeah, that's right. So that's another thing. When we were going for Migdalin, we were kind of looking at that throne, and we could have won with that throne and this throne. So those 2 thrones would have won it as well. So okay, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're looking at the end game potentially coming into view, unless we get a turn. And so I hope to see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.